Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 43 of Dungeons, Dragons, and Space Shuttles. I'm today doing a little bit more Astral work. Hello, sir. Hello. Hello. What I should do is set up, like, a lantern thingy here. That would be cool. That would be super smart. Should really consider doing that. I don't know. We'll see. So today I want to do some infusion stuff, right? Last episode we built the infusion altar. This episode, between episodes at least, I made some spectral relays. So I've got 6 of them, which FYI completed the quest, which got me 5 glass lens and some stardust. Nice. That's cool. And that allows me to complete a few other things. So Starlight Infusers on our books to do right now. There's also the Shifting Star, Resplendent Prism. I don't know if we need that just yet. Attuning rock crystals is a thing we're going to want to do. You're going to want me to get an attuned rock crystal. Hopefully it recognizes or doesn't care about MBT and metadata, because that'll be a problem if it did. And you're going to give me as a reward, oh neat, another attuned to Dissidia rock crystal. That's cool. That's neat. That's very cool. And then up here, it's telling us, by the way, there's perks, right? There are much like bonuses and work like a talent tree. You get a free point to spend at first, and as you level up, you gain more. You must put points in the prerequisite ports before unlocking other ones. You can level up 30 times, and anything beyond level 17 is a bit of a grind. You'll need to attune yourself with one constellation, but this does not mean that you are locked into that constellation. Because you have 30 levels does not mean you have 30 points, as some perks offer additional points, and the center of the perk ring is a singularity. So, cool stuff to be had there. So I'm going to detect you as a quest, right? And claim the reward, and that's sweet. That is sweet. Very cool. And this is the thing that lets you do stuff. There are some perks that might not come in so handy and might be rather annoying depending on circumstances. The seal's sigil is here to help and will let you block one of the perks. This works by disabling the perk, but still makes the book think you have spent a perk point, so you can move further into the tree. Sweet. I do like that. And that's not too expensive to make, right? Not terrible. So I want to get perks going today, but I want to figure out which constellation to attune myself to. That's the real big question right here. Because the main thing with this, like I said, you can eventually get anything you want, right? Up to a certain number, because you only get a certain number of perk points. But where you start is important, because where you start in the perk tree determines how you earn more levels and more perk points. From what I remember, and I still have to look this up, so I'll do that in a minute. But from what I remember, is it something like if you do the mining one, you'll get perk points for mining. And if you do the, armor one, you'll get perk points from taking damage, right? And if you do the offensive one, you'll get perk points from killing mobs and that kind of thing. So I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But we'll have to figure that out. So give me a minute to go double check, and I'm going to make the decision now on which constellation I want to start off with, right? And I've also been refilling my blood magic because I actually completely ran out of LP a minute ago. And I was flying around and just started taking damage. And I'm like, why am I taking damage? Oh, right. That's because, yes, I understand now. It was a good time. It was a real good time. So back in a minute, just going to do a little bit of stuff and figure out what constellation to start with the attunement on. And then I'm going to attune my character to one of the star constellations. All right, so my options are to gain experience by either dealing damage, breaking blocks, traveling the world, building things, and by taking damage. So I think what I'm going to do is Evorsio, which is the one that is by breaking blocks, right? So constellations, Evorsio. Yes, so breaking blocks will gain experience if I tune myself to this one. So like I said, you can pretty much get any perk point. You can go down any perk tree you want. It doesn't matter which one you start with. The only thing that affects what you start with is how you level up, right? And you can also unlock the other ones that let you level up. So that's cool. So if you want to level up from both exploring the world and breaking blocks, you can unlock that one, which is cool. But I think I'm going to start with Evorsio. That's where I'm going to get myself going here. So what I'm going to do is get Evorsio out of here, right? And one thing I want to check, by the way, is how much constellation paper, if any, do we have? We've got 6 more of them, so that's actually really good. Because here's what's going to happen. As soon as we attune ourselves, we're going to have access to minor constellations, which is, pretty sweet. So what I'm going to do is hold this in my offhand. And I'm going to place these blocks here, here, and here. Pretty much anywhere there's a purple glow, right? So if you guys have seen me do this mod before, you should know how this works, right? Pretty straightforward. Purple glows. Looks like I need one more of these. That's fine. I can make that happen. I have a lens. I put them away, but I have lenses and gold nuggets, and that's all I need. Gold nuggets and wood and marble. And I should be able to get a couple more of these dudes. Oh, it's raining. Boo, rain. Rain is bad. Let's take a nap. I might have died from doing self-sacrifice stuff between episodes. I admit to nothing. See why I wanted this flight thing? How great is that, huh? Another spectral relay. Let's get 3 more of them. Does that sound like a good number? I like that number. Cool. It's nice to have a few extras of these. Like, it really just is. Alright, so now we pop the last one here, and if I did everything right, there should be some particle effect-y things happening. The only thing is you have to make sure that Evorsio is in the sky in order for this to work, right? So there's times of night where Evorsio will show up in the sky, so we just might have to wait a little bit. And then also certain nights, those constellations don't exist in the sky like we know. So we might just have to wait to another day. So I'm going to give this a little bit of time. And like I said, if Evorsio is going to show up tonight, then it'll show up and this thing should activate. And that should be cool. Cool? Cool. So you're good, right? I just want to make sure that you're all in the right spots. Yes. And this thing won't do anything until Evorsio's actually in the sky. All right, good deal. Let's give it a little bit of time. Hey, all right, look, Evorsio's in the sky. I had to sleep a few times, but it finally showed up, and that's a good thing. So let's attune ourselves. Ta-da! Standing in the center, obviously the attunement circle, is how you attune yourself. What I really like about this is that, like, it's actually, if you look at the Evorsio constellation, and then you look at the layout of the relays on this thing, it's actually, they match up, right? Like, it's the pattern on the ground. And the blue lasers that map up between them is how you can see, like, the actual constellation. It's just cool. It's a very nice thing. Nice subtle effect. I like it. I like it a lot. So here we go. We're getting attuned, as it were. Go, Direwolf, go. Hooray! Attunement complete. That is awesome. So now I can do this, and I can open up my perks, and we have a perk tree. Look at that. So, like I said, there was 5 root to the tree, right? So Evorsio, gain experience by breaking blocks. So every time I break a block, I'll get a little bit of experience. Pretty awesome. Dissidia, gain experience by dealing damage. Armara, gain experience by taking damage. Vicchio, gain experience by traveling the world. And Avitus, gain experience by building things. Pretty awesome. Now, we can't just unlock anything we want, right? We have to follow the perk tree, right? So really, the only one that's available to be unlocked right now is this. 10% increased mining speed. So I'll go ahead and do that, which is awesome. Whoosh, we just unlocked it. Again, the gorgeousness of the particle effects. We get another mining speed, and then some more mining speed and some increased melee damage, which is cool. And then once we get to this branching point, we get to decide which different perks we want to follow, right? We can do more mining speed and attack damage stuff. Increased reach is kind of cool. That's neat. 40% increased potion effect duration, 25% less maximum life. That's cool. And then you can obviously branch out here. And I think it would be 3% increased effectiveness of perks. So that makes your perks more powerful. That's really neat. 20% increased perk experience gain. Other tree roots may be unlocked without requiring a connection to the existing roots. That's a pretty cool one. That's very nice. Oh, look, if you look really closely, you can actually see the constellations on top of the roots. That's neat. I didn't notice that before, but that's really cool. And then there's some big ones out here, right? You can't even grasp the effects of this perk because they're too awesome, right? That's cool. Other epiphany nodes may be unlocked without requiring a connection to the existing nodes. Well, that's neat. I'm guessing the big ones are epiphanies, right? That's nifty. You cannot be knocked back. Wow, that's cool. There's so many perks, right? The Vicchio Mantle now grants flight instead of elytra gliding. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Voids all dropped trash items. Occasionally yield valuable ore when voiding trash. Well, that's neat. That's neat. Okay. Very cool. +2 maximum health. 15% more maximum life. Dude, I could spend all day just looking at those perks because they're cool. All right, but we completed that, right? So that's nifty. And there's ways to reset these, let's not forget. So I think under constellation, right? Is that where it's at? There's something we can use to completely reset perks. And if not, then there's another thing we can do. Ritual Anchor, Resplendent Prism, Tree Beacon. Tree Beacon would be nice to have, actually. Well, no, because we already have a tree farm going on. There's really no need for one. So Shifting Star, yeah. Yeah, the catalyst used for this focus having its own will unfortunately be destroyed in the process, but leave the users' innate powers return to their natural disorganized. This is how you remove a constellation's effects on you. So that's how you, like, undo things. Perk Ceiling, Dynamism Gems. Yeah, that's like a battery for Starlight, I think. No, it's not, actually. Cool. Nifty. I don't know. We have to play with those a little bit. There's things I don't totally understand about this. So, lots of cool stuff. Lots of cool stuff, right? But our quests for this, let's knock out some of these things, right? So, attuning a rock crystal would be cool. So, you kind of want me to do Dissidia, right? Which, if we got Dissidia, I think that's in the sky right now, actually. So, what I can do is break these dudes. Which, by the way, I'm breaking blocks. So technically, I think that should be getting me experience, right? Yeah, look, a little bit of experience showed up. Nice. All right, so Dissidia is going to be here, 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 and here. Good. Now we just need a rock crystal, and we should be cool. So let's go get one of those, which I think we have a few of. What was that weird noise? Cool. We have 2 of them, right? One of them is maxed out, too. So do I want to... Let's just do this one. Because what we're doing right now is for, like, whatever's purposes, right? So let's use a not perfect crystal. Right, and that'll take care of that. And what's Dissidia do again? Constellations, Dissidia. Ritual effects, dispersing a strong light there creates damaging field. Yeah, that's one that attacks enemies nearby. So that's what I've used for, like, automatic wither killers in the past, right? For my ritual. So that's neat. So you infuse that guy. You give me that. And that should be a quest complete. Beautiful. Claim reward on that. And that gives me a perfect Dissidia crystal, which is neat, among other things, as rewards. So, speaking of other things, my inventory is getting a little bit full. Better clean it up a little bit. I might want to hang on to this thing for a minute, though, just in case we need more of it. And I can put away all this junk, right? Yeah, totally put away all the junk. Nice! All right, so that was a quest reward, claimed and completed. So does that end all the Astral stuff for white magic? It looks like it. Hello, sir. Excuse me. I'm looking at a book here. Don't attack a guy while he's reading a book. That's just not nice. It's in most cultures considered rude, if you will, to attack a person while they're reading a book. All right. So, like, Tier 4 Astral. Really good stuff. We can get Refraction Table, which I think is around Enchanting, but I never fully understood Refraction Table. And, you know, Resplendent Prism. Yeah. Cool. Nifty. There's a lot of things to take a look at. Ritual Anchor we can do here now. Illumination Wand. Collector Crystals and Enhanced Collector Crystals. So the Collector Crystal needs the Resonating Gem, which realistically we need a Starlight Infuser for, but not really, right? Because we learned that Resonating Gems are only created in the Industrial Blast Furnace, which is a super complex recipe. that I don't even know if we have the capability of making right now. But we got far in Astral, which is cool. I might want to do the regeneration ritual from Astral, but I'm not sure yet. Let's come back in a minute. All right, guys. So next thing for me, I think, is I'd like to... Where's my shovel? I upgraded it to a cobalt one. Yeah, that's what's up. I would like to, if I may, dig straight down, because that's a great thing to do. Remember, never dig straight down. Bad things happen if you do. Terrible things. Evil things. All right, so where are we at? Cool, we're pretty deep here. Let's make it so that you guys can see what's happening. Nice. Now there should be, right nearby somewhere, all right, maybe not. There should be, right nearby somewhere. There it is, rock crystal ore, yay! I wanted more rock crystal ore. I might grab more of this between episodes, but I definitely wanted more of it, because it's good stuff to get, right? We've got 3 of them now. Excellent. Excellent. Now, there is no star metal ore, which is a problem, because star metal ore helps grow star crystals. So that's going to make growing star crystals quite the hassle. It really is. But we're going to have to just deal with that, because that doesn't exist in this pack. Like, I don't even see star metal ore in JEI. That's right, I did that, didn't I? So let's just slash home it, okay? Be back in a sec. All right, guys, so it just so happens, which is pretty cool, that we have exactly 3 buckets of liquid starlight, which is exactly what I want. Where should I do this at? I want to do it somewhere nearby so I don't forget about it. And I want to do it somewhere that's protected from creeper explosions, hence claimed by me. And also chunk loading would be nice. So let's pop it like right out here, right? This seems like a cool enough place that we could pull this off, right? So what I'm going to do is set you to on use empty. And I'm going to drop rock crystal plus that thingy in there, right? Nice. And that should cause the creation of a celestial cluster, right? I think that's what they're called. Now, there's 2 ways to speed up the growth of this. So what's going to happen is it's going to create a rock crystal cluster that takes a while to grow. It takes a really long time to grow. You can speed it up by either putting star metal ore under it, which will absorb the magic of the star metal and turn it into iron ore, but then you can use a lens to turn that iron ore back into star metal ore. Unfortunately, that doesn't work in this pack because that mechanic is disabled entirely, as there is no star metal ore. Right? There's no star metal ore at all. Like, there's no way to get it. So there's not going to be any speeding up of celestial crystals, right? But we want growth stage 4, I think it is, 3 or 4. I forget if it's like it grows 4 times, so it's 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 is the level. But we'll figure it out. I'll probably recognize it when I see it, right? So that's a thing, right? And we've got a couple of these guys in here. So this is the perfect one. This is an attuned one, and this is the perfect attuned one, right? So these 2 are just, you know, junky random crystals. The crystal that you drop into the pool really doesn't matter at all, because what happens is the attributes on a crystal are totally randomized once it's done, right? So it's absolutely randomized. There's like, if you put a perfect crystal in there, you could get a junky crystal from the growth, and if you throw a junky crystal in, you could get a perfect one. It really doesn't have any effect, right? So just throw whatever rock crystal in there with stardust, liquid starlight, and the thing's going to start growing. I don't know if it grows faster if it can see starlight, so I have no idea like if putting it in the basement would do something good or bad to it. Really don't know. Tick accelerating would help it, but I'm pretty sure we have no tick accelerators right now. There's a crystal that does tick acceleration, and you can discover that constellation at night after a solar eclipse. So you know those solar eclipses that happen once, I think it's every 36 Minecraft days in Astral. That night, there's a constellation that you can discover that gives you tick acceleration, which is cool. So that's neat. Speaking of more constellations, oh, and I made more Terra Steel off camera real quick. I just noticed my thing over there was full, so I'm like, oh, everything's full? Let's do the thing. So I've got that stuff covered. I should work on more Starlight, hence Aquamarine time. I've got a few of them in my inventory. Might as well bring them up here. And I should have a decent amount. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, wow, I have 62 buckets of Liquid Starlight. Never mind. We're actually really good. Can I undo this? No, I guess we'll just leave it. That's awesome. We actually have a significant amount of Liquid Starlight. I was unawares. But let's take out our constellation paper here. And I would love to learn a little bit more about constellations. Look at them all. Look at them all. We got a whole bunch of constellations going on. So that's neat. So we just discovered some minor constellations, right? So there's 3 tiers of constellation. Major, which is the 5 blue ones that you get. Once you've gotten those, you can't discover the minor ones until you align yourself to one of the constellations. That opens up your ability to discover the minor constellations, of which we just discovered 6, which is cool. And then there's an even lesser, dimmer constellation. I think they're called dim constellations. All right, guys, now that I've gone ahead and discovered a few more constellations, I'm scanning the skies at night to see if I can find one. Ooh, there's one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I know which one that is. That looks like Mineralis, which is a cool one, actually. It does some cool stuff. I think that's the one that makes minerals show up. That's how I remember Mineralis. Yeah, I was right. Mineralis. Awesome. Hey, here's one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay, Lucerna. A few more probably to be found. Remember, not every constellation is in the sky at night. Least of all... Hey, who's shooting me? Listen, bro. What did I say about when I'm doing stuff? Least of all, the minor ones, right? So they're slightly less common in the sky. Some of them, yes, some of them, no. Sweet. So what constellations did we just discover here? We discovered Mineralis, whose ritual effect is igneous processes are accelerated within the nearby stone, resulting in a new mineral growth where previously there was none. I think that basically turns rocks into ores. Kinda cool. And kinda like, maybe. Octans, powered by sunlight, this ritual attracts fish in nearby water blocks, allowing them to be easily harvested. Sweet. We also discovered Lucerna. That's the light one, right? Yeah. Inhibiting the light and imbibing the light of this constellation temporarily banishes the darkness from the drinker's eye. That's the refraction table one. While Starlight, the fundamental brightness contained within, prevents hostile creatures from arising in the area. You know what that means? Prevents mobs from spawning nearby, which is kind of cool. And I'm considering whether I want that constellation up and running in this area. That could be nifty. I'm just saying. That could be really nifty. So the one I was looking for, though, was the regeneration effect one. And I may or may not even have it, because I forget which one that is, right? Vicchio? That's flight one. Decidia, that's the damage one, right? Yes, that's the damaging one. This is the growth one. Makes crops grow faster, which we may very well want, right? This one, I think, breaks block. Disintegrates blocks nearby. Yeah, I forget which one's the heat, like the regeneration one, but there's definitely a regeneration ritual, and we may not have it yet. So we might have to go looking around for some more stuff. But while we're also here, let's come downstairs and see how our crystal growth is doing. Oh, see, this guy's glowing. See, stage 4. Stage 4 is the one where you want to break it at. Sweet. And we got some celestial crystal, and we got a little extra stardust off of that. So that is really cool. And you're at stage 3, and you're at stage 1. So you want to get to stage 4. I knew it was one of those two. I knew it. What's up, bro? Come at me, bro. Yeah, I'm doing ritual sacrifice stuff. Yeah. Loving it. Nice. Alright, so we've got some ritual stuff that we can do pretty soon. I think what we should do, though, in addition to continuing along both quest lines, right? So there's amulets and stuff in Batan you wouldn't want to be getting. I think we should look into getting the gateway. I had to let you in so you didn't break my door. You know what's crazy about this? I'm in normal difficulty, and they still break down doors in this pack. Just saying. Just saying. Right? We've done a lot of side quest stuff. So we did a bunch of kitchen workshop. We did a lot of white magic. I got to myself to the point of Astral where I wanted to be, so that I can do crop growth acceleration, so I can do regeneration rituals, and a few other things. I'm probably going to continue growing some more celestial crystals. But I think in order to progress, really what we need is the collector crystals. And in order to make those, we need the resonating gems, right? So collector crystals... crystal. I never understood why I can't search for the word collector in JEI and find celestial collector crystal, but whatever. The point is we have collector crystals. They require resonating gems, which require an industrial blast furnace, which requires a lot of stuff that I don't know that we have access to yet. We might. I'm just not entirely sure. Right? Like there's stuff and things, right? So to make this, we need a compressor from Galacticraft. Is that the only option? Is that really the only option? It might be. Might be. Okay. So that stuff looks kind of doable-ish, right? So let's take a pause from Magic for a little bit, but we have access to the powerful stuff that we want to use probably in the nearby future, which is cool, right? We also have Black Magic, which we've been kind of doing a little bit. Rituals and bound tools and getting a tier 4 altar. That all sounds like a really good idea and really like a good time, because that'll give us access to some powerful blood magic stuff, because the rituals in blood magic, like the rituals in Astral Sorcery, are pretty powerful and very useful. You can get things like infinite lava, and you can get things like crop growth, and you can get things like automatically killing things nearby. Like, there's a lot of good stuff with the rituals that we might absolutely want to do. That said, I kind of am interested right now in taking a look at the main quest line and see where we've left off. Right? So there was a lot of things in the main quest line that we wanted to get going with. The Golden Lasso was kind of a side quest thing, and there's a chunk loading ward there, but I don't want to use that one. That's the annoying one you have to find a villager for, right? We've made speed upgrades, so I know that we should absolutely be getting some of these done already, but we'll take a look at that in a minute. Culinary gens, that's one approach. And you know what? No, I don't think that's going to be useful for us in this pack. But I think we absolutely want to knock out some of these quests and see where they lead, right? So like fluid pump, crude oil, that's an option, right? Numismatic dynamo and the energized smelter. These things are optionals, right? The fruit press and tomato juice and alchemy bag and netherwarts. Yeah, those things are optional quests. So I want to follow the required quests here and see if we can break into chapter 3. That looks like a blast furnace, doesn't it? So if we finish up chapter 2 of the main quest line, then that'll break us into chapter 3 and lead us down the path. And we've obviously found that you want to pay attention to the quest rewards, because sometimes they give you the next tier of thing that you want, right? So I think that's going to be our plan now. Let's get back to the main quest line and see how stuff's going. I would also love it if I could, maybe just perhaps get some further automation going on. And I think main quest line will absolutely help with that, right? I didn't want to put that away. I wanted you to be in here. Cool. Good deal. All right, so let's look at what's required to continue here. Culinary gen, that's one of the quest lines. That doesn't look too terrible. Lens of the Miner, that looks cool. You want an empowered diamantine, huh? I can make those pretty easily at this point. Phytogrow and watering can, not necessary, but fluid pump, that should be a to-do list item. And that gets us crude oil, which might be cool. Numismatic is... I've never really used those. Those are the ones that you can use to, like, power things with emeralds or prismarine or quartz and stuff. I've never really used those. Though, to be fair, it looks like you can use the Tech Reborn sapphires and stuff. So maybe. Also, the apatite's really common. Crystallized amber. I'm not sure if there's anything in here that's like, hey, that's a really cool use, right? But you can also burn the coins that we've been getting. But I think those are far more useful to spend things in the shop. A few people have been commenting, by the way, why aren't you buying things from the shop? I don't know. I don't know that I have a good answer to that. I haven't found anything in particular that I've said, like, wow, I really want to buy that. Though boosting mixture is in here. That's kind of cool. But most of the things available in the shop, I haven't seen much of. Creative Tinker's modifier needs 3 endure. Okay, cool. Reinforcements. Yep. Boosting mixture. Like, a lot of the things you can buy in the shop, you can just craft yourself. Tier 3 crafting seeds. 4 tier 3 crafting seeds, huh? Not terrible. Not terrible. But, like, you can make a lot of these things. So I'm hesitant to spend coins until I find something where it's like, hey, I really need this, and I have no way of getting it right now, right? Like, I wish there was a Master Infusion Crystal in here. That would be cool. What's involved in making that Master Infusion Crystal, by the way? I don't see anything in here that's impossible. This all looks very doable, except Tritonite. I don't know what that is. But I'm guessing that's an alloyed liquid between cobalt and Terax. Okay. Joxum, Ovium, and Carmesine. I think we have all those, right? I think we do. Yeah. Ovium we definitely have, right? Yeah. That's probably doable, by the way. All right. I'm just spitballing at this point. I'm just ideas and figuring out where we're going, right? So how about I make some of these things real quick, and then we'll be back. Or at least I'll get prepared for all these things. You know what? Actually, it's a wrapping up point for the episode. So how about I craft all this stuff between episodes? There's nothing terribly exciting here. It's just going to be me crafting a bunch of stuff. So I don't mind doing it off camera. We'll come back next episode, and we'll see what quest progress I've made and where we've gotten to. And then maybe we can use some of the things that I've made to come up with something fun and useful for us for now. Darwell20, signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. You know the thing I'm going to do before we wrap up too, by the way? Is clear out this area. Because check out how much stuff I got. Woot! That's actually a significant amount of resources that I got from that mine. So I'm very happy with my investment in that thing, right? This was a good idea. This was 100% a good idea that I'm very, very happy with. All right, so for now, Darwell20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Sapphire ore, thorium, minerals, magnesium. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. I'm just getting all the stuff that I'm not going to throw into my pulverizer setup right now. Wow, look at all this stuff. Look at it all. It's amazing. All right, take it easy, guys.